Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be making my predictions for game week 46, the final game week of the 25-26 EFL Championship season. It's hard to believe we're at the end of the season already, but before we begin, let's see how I did last week. I got no scorelines bang on, but I did get 5 outcomes correct, so that is 5 points, taking my season total up to 335. And this is how the championship table looks going into the final game week. And without further ado, let's predict tonight's match first. And we're going to start with tonight's match. Catch-up game. It's a 7:45 kickoff. It's a big one. It's Southampton against Ipswich Town. And, well, this is it for both sides, really. Yeah, not so much for Ipswich, but for Southampton. We need to win this game if we have any chance of making top 2. Ipswich do have this game and then QPR on the final day, so I can see at least 3 points coming for Ipswich. Of course, Millwall are involved as well, so Borough. We've got a few teams that can, be in the mix for top 2 come the end of the weekend. It is at St Mary's, that's what gives me hope, and we did perform pretty well against Manchester City in the Cup semi-final over the weekend. Ipswich, I do still make them my favourites to go automatically with Coventry to the Premier League. But I think this might be a draw. I don't think a point's a bad result for Ipswich. It wouldn't be great for us, but I think we'll finish in playoffs anyway. I'll go for a 1-1 draw on this one. I think both sides will get a goal and a point apiece, 1-1. And then we go on to this weekend's matches, and we're going to start with Bristol City against Stoke City in a pretty mid-table match with a couple of the many teams that don't actually have much to play for going into this weekend. Bristol City are at home. It is at Ashton Gate, and I do like Bristol City more under Roy Hodgson. I think Mark Robbins is already looking forward to potentially next season with Stoke now. I think I've got to back Bristol City right now. Not a lot to play for, but I just think they might have enough in the quality to get the 3 points over the line. I'm going to back Bristol City to edge it 2-1 in the final day. I don't really rate Stoke on the road at the minute. Their form is pretty bad, and, well, I think it's going to be the 3 points to the Robins. 2-1 Bristol City. And next up we've got Sheffield Wednesday against West Brom in, well, a battle between a side that got relegated about 9 weeks ago against a side who has once again survived. They are officially safe for the second time now. They were hit with that 2-point deduction. They won last week to secure their place in next season's championship, and, well, I do think it will be party time at Hillsborough for the Baggies fans. I think, Sheffield Wednesday, this is their last chance to hit 0 points, and I don't see them doing it. I see them getting a goal, but West Brom are red-hot form right now. They're on red-hot form, they're on red-hot, they're banging in quite a few goals at the minute. So I'm going to back West Brom all in here and go West Brom to win 3-1. I'll give Sheffield Wednesday a goal, but I think it's party time at West Brom. 3-1 to the Baggies. Next up we've got Blackburn Rovers against Leicester City in another fairly dead rubber of a match in this one. It's not really a lot to play for either side. Leicester's already relegated. Blackburn are safe. Leicester did get that 1-1 draw against Millwall on the Friday night last weekend, and I could see Leicester getting a draw. It is at Ewood Park, but neither side has a lot to play for. So I'm going to sit on the fence with a 1-1 draw on this one. I think a point wouldn't really be any use to either, but I see them shaking hands and ending the season with a point, 1-1. Next up, we've got Swansea City against Charlton Athletic in another pretty meh match. Not a lot to play for either side, really. Both are fairly, well, Swansea are mid-table and 14th, I think. Charlton are in 19th. They are in the drop zone. Well, they're just above the drop zone. They are safe with that win last week against Hull, I think it was. It is at the Swansea.com stadium, and Swansea have been pretty impressive this season, especially at home. So I think they might actually get the win here. Charlton could get something here, but I think Nathan Jones is already looking forward to building upon this finish next season. I'm going to back the Swans to edge it 2-1. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a draw, but I do think the Swans will win this 2-1 Swansea. Next up, we've got pretty much the first game of the weekend's fixtures that has some relevance. Is Hull City against Norwich City. And, well, this is an interesting one. Hull's form has been pretty woeful in the last month or two. They've dropped down to 7th. They've dropped out the playoffs entirely. Norwich are up to 9th. Their form has been fantastic in 2026. I could see Norwich snatching this one, but at the same time, Hull need to win to have any chance of making the playoffs, especially with, Derby having Sheffield United and Wrexham having Middlesbrough. We'll be onto those games soon enough, but I think they could snatch a draw out of this. I can't see a win. I'll go for a Desmond. I'll go for a 2-2 draw on this one. I think both sides will be fighting for the 3 points, and ultimately I think neither will get it. 2-2 and a point piece. Next up, we've got Derby County against Sheffield United in another team in Derby that are trying to make the playoffs. They are in 8th place. Sheffield United are another side who I think are looking to building maybe a playoff finish at the very least next season under Chris Wilder. At least that's what they'll be hoping for. Derby are, at the minute, I said it last week, on this weird run of win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 1 last week. But I think given the significance of this game and with them being at home, I think Derby might win again. Sheffield United haven't been that impressive on the whole this season. I think Derby might actually score a few goals as well in this one. Sheffield United have had some pretty heavy defeats this season as well. I think Derby might win, and I'll back Derby to win 3-1. I'm going all in on the Rams. I think Derby just have that quality to get at least another 3 points and see where it takes them, but I think it's going to be the Derby win, 3-1 Derby County, John Eustace. Next up, this is a hugely, significant match, this one. It's Wrexham against Middlesbrough in a battle of, if Ipswich lose to Southampton tonight, then Middlesbrough may well still be in this top 2 hunt. Wrexham are very much in this playoff discussion. I think it's tricky because it is at the racecourse, and I kind of want to back Wrexham to win this, but their form hasn't been overly great recently, and Middlesbrough's form has been, over the last 2 or 3 games, has started to pick up again. I don't think it'll be very useful for either. I think both will make playoffs with this result. I think there'll be goals, but ultimately, like Hull and Norwich, I think they'll just fall short I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw again on this one. Another Desmond, I think. Both sides have something to play for, and I just see neither being happy with the result. A Desmond and a point apiece. Next up, we've got Millwall against Oxford United in... Well, Oxford are down. They're already 22nd place. Millwall are 3rd. They are... Well, they're still in this top 2 hunt regardless. Although I say that, if Ipswich beat Southampton tonight, then they are pretty much there, given their far superior goal difference. But I think Millwall might win this. It is a fairly nice fixture. They are at home. I know Matt Bloomfield has made Oxford competitive over the latter stages of the season, but I think Millwall just have more to play for at this stage, and I think the Lions will get the 3 points in the end. I was considering a clean sheet here, but I'm going to back Millwall. But I will give Oxford a goal in the end. But I'll back Millwall to win 2-1. I don't think that will be enough for top 2, as you're about to see, but I think Millwall will get the 3 points in the end. 2-1 to the Lions. Next up, we've got Ipswich Town against QPR in, well, this is another big battle, because if Ipswich lose tonight to Southampton, then, you know, they're still yet to secure the top 2, and, you know, as I said just now, I think, if, you know, Ipswich, so long as they get 3 points, I think they'll be fine, given their superior goal difference to Millwall, but I think they will win here. I think I back them to pick up a point tonight against Saints, but I do think that ultimately Ipswich will win here and make top 2. I think the Tractor Boys just have the quality here to win against the QPR side, who don't have a lot to play for anymore, kind of lingering mid-table. I'm going to back Ipswich to win 3-1. I think, you know, I think this will be enough for top 2, and yeah, ultimately, Premier League once again for Kieran McKenna and his Ipswich boys. Next up, we've got Watford against champions Coventry City, and, well, yeah, this game doesn't really have any significance either, really, in the grand scheme of things. Watford are already safe. Coventry are already promoted as champions. This game I'm on the fence, because I could see it being a draw, and I could see Coventry edging it. I don't somehow see a Watford win. I could be wrong there, but it could be a draw. But I think, given Coventry's, you know, form this season, throughout the vast majority of the season, I do think Coventry will get the 3 points here. I'm going to back Coventry to edge it 2-1. Maybe it's 1-1 and Coventry, maybe Mason Clark or Hadji Wright shows up with a, you know, last minute goal to end their championship season with another victory. So I'm going to back the Sky Blues to win 2-1 and another 3 points to take them up to 95, I think, for the season, which is a mighty impressive points total. Next up, we've got Portsmouth against Birmingham City in a battle of, you know, two more sides that don't really have a lot to play for. Birmingham are mid-table. Portsmouth have already secured their place in the Championship again. They're in 18th, but it is at Fratton Park, and I do like Portsmouth at home. I do tend to prefer Birmingham at home as well. But given the last day vibes, I think they'll be happy to shake hands here. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I think a point wouldn't be bad for either side, but, you know, they don't have a lot to play for, so I'm going to go with another draw, another 1-1, another point piece. And then finally, we've got Preston North End against Southampton in a big battle of, well, you know, maybe come this game, there won't be much to play for either. Preston lingering around 16th in the league. Southampton are 5th. We do play Ipswich tonight. If we win that game, then this may well be a top two battle. Of course, I backed us to draw tonight. I think it'll be very Saints to go a goal down early on and then turn it around. I've done that quite a few times recently. I think we might do that again, you know. I think Preston might go a goal up and then we edge it 2-1. I think Southampton will win 2-1. In the end, the 3 points won't be enough. But given the results, I think it will be enough for 4th place, I think. I mean, either way, 4th or 5th we'd play Borough, but in the playoffs. But I think, you know, having the home leg second will probably be a bit of a benefit for us. But I think, yeah, we will ultimately get the 3 points and edge at 2-1. And there you have it, guys. All 13 of the final games in the 25-26 Championship season predicted. We've done it. We've made it through the season. I will be back next week to predict the playoff semi-final first legs when we know what 4 teams are contesting them. And I'll also, at the beginning of the video, obviously review how I did on this final game week. And yeah, until then, I'll see you all in the next one.